Ok. Non mi lascia fare lo screen.
Adesso sì. Prova.
Ok, perfetto. Perfetto. Vedete? Non vedete?
Non ancora. Io perlomeno. Adesso sì.
Perfetto.
Madonna, quante cose hai su quel computer.
Ah, beh, la maggior parte saranno indicatori, strategie, screen di strategie, 1500 studi. Allora, vedete il grafico?
Sì.
Perfetto. Allora, innanzitutto ci dovrebbe essere una ragazza con la quale si farà una Zoom domani.
Okay, there should be somebody on this call that I'm going to do a Zoom with, and I believe it's Patty, and she's on.
Isa,
È
ciao
presente?
Mattia, ce l'hai su Yapa in.
Ok, Mattia, puoi guardare nei partecipanti e accettare le persone che stanno per entrare?
Già fatto.
Ok, grazie.
Aspetta che c'è un altro. Ok, 2 persone.
Perfetto.
Allora, innanzitutto, domani con questa persona si farà una lezione swing, ok? Quindi
Okay, so tomorrow with
proprio grafico.
this person, I'll be doing a swing class.
Ok, quindi chi vuole partecipare può partecipare, è sempre aperta a tutti, però appunto swing, quindi sto dentro il trade 150-300 pip.
So anybody that wants to participate tomorrow, just know that it's a class based on swing. So every time that I put a trade, I'm gonna stay in for 150, 300 pips.
Quindi daily, H4, weekly, è un percorso chiaro da seguire.
So it's gonna be a really transparent program to follow based on weekly, daily, and 4 hours.
Ok, allora, dimmi quando entra il ragazzo che doveva fare la Zoom prima di me che...
No, tranquillo, vai. Quando entra, se entra poi te lo dico, però tanto alla fine facciamo prima te e poi lui, se entra.
Allora,
Secondo me si è addormentato, dorme molto.
allora, volevo fare vedere questo setup che avevamo mandato la settimana scorsa, ok?
So I want to share with you guys this setup that we went over last week.
Avevamo messo 2 take profit, ok? Quindi
We put 2 take profits.
Scusami, 3 take profit, la linea tratteggiata, la linea tratteggiata verde e rossa e un take profit più lungo che sarebbe quello che si vede qui.
Okay, so we put 3 take profits, the green dotted line, the red dotted line, and then the last one in the bottom.
Ok, io a prescindere appena il trade va in profitto di poche decine di pips come NZD Yen, metto lo stop loss a break even per evitare perdite, notizie, altre informazioni che danneggiano il mio trade.
Okay, so every single time that I go 10-15 pips in profit, I automatically move my stop loss into break even, not to, lose that trade or have possible news coming in that makes my trade, red.
Ok, per chi ha tenuto d'occhio l'oro e per chi era presente a quella chiamata ha preso perfettamente i primi 2 take profit, poi ha preso un break even, però comunque si era portato in profitto di qualche pips nell'oro.
Okay, so whoever was in this call, perfectly we hit this first 2 take profits, and then if you didn't close the position, it hit break even.
Ok, però per chi è stato più attento all'oro in questo periodo, può notare come il prezzo, dopo essere arrivato tranquillamente a take profit finale, ok?
Mm-hmm.
In quest'area ha fatto un retest della zona per ripartire in sell, quindi chi l'ha preso ha preso direttamente il TP.
Okay, so if you guys followed closely gold, you took two take profits perfectly, and then as we can see, the market went up, and then it had a retest on that area, and then if you could have sold it right there,
Poi
and hit the three take profits.
il prezzo è tornato nuovamente a ritestare la nostra zona con questo spike.
Then the price went back to our original zone with that spike.
Ok, quindi avevamo fatto anche un'analisi swing nell'oro dove io purtroppo non ce l'ho più, magari qualcuno la trova su... Anzi, eccola qui, così si vede meglio. Allora, questa è l'analisi che avevamo fatto swing nell'oro.
So that was the analysis that we had on gold, swing.
Aspetta che c'è una che vuole entrare. Quindi avevamo previsto da qui, avevamo previsto il rientro in questa zona.
So we predicted the retest in that area.
E poi un crollo, ok?
And then a dip.
Solamente che per chi non è entrato nel crollo avevamo, per chi voleva far partire un buy da qui, avevamo provato il sell qui, avevamo provato il sell qui per chi si è perso l'entry, diciamo, nella zona ottimale per lo swing.
For whoever missed the first sell, we called another sell right there for the people that missed the first entry.
Ok, quindi la mia visuale per l'oro, appunto, l'arrivo in questa zona, per chi vuole segnarsela, magari fare uno screen, qualcosina.
Okay, can somebody take a screenshot and share it on the chat? Because this is my swing analysis for gold.
I got you.
Ovviamente una volta arrivati alla linea verde si può tranquillamente chiudere perché è un trade pazzesco nell'oro.
Okay, so obviously whenever we reach the green line, you guys can close it because it's a huge trade.
Ok, io lo tengo aperto finché va.
I'm gonna leave it open until it goes.
Non lo chiudo fino a quando non mi tocca o un break even, quindi un stop loss un stop loss in profitto a struttura di mercato.
So I'm not gonna close it until it hit my break even or, you know, like trading stop loss.
Esatto. E quindi questa è una buona zona. Poi avevamo visto NZD Yen.
So we also checked NZD-JPY.
Avevamo visto un buy qui, buy perfetto.
We were looking for a buy and that was perfect.
Chi c'è stato dentro fino a una zona che avevamo segnato in precedenza, che è questa, che magari in H1 la vediamo meglio, eccola qui.
Okay, so for the people that stayed in until the purple zone.
Ok, l'ha presa in una bellissima sniperata, è entrato e ha preso 150 pip. Oggi però c'è stata la creazione di un trend contrario. Ok.
So today we saw a creation of the opposite trend, okay, which I was in. Io l'ho preso quello che hai mandato.
Ok, dovuto oggi. C'è stato questo minimo che mi ha fatto cambiare visione al mio swing.
So that minimum just made my vision change on my swing trade.
Ok, dove ora più o meno siamo in sell fino a questa zona qui.
And now we are in sell until that area.
Adesso non ho il messaggio, se qualcuno ha il messaggio può...
I have it, hold on. Let me tag you guys on that.
Mi dice anche l'entry point, per cortesia?
Sì.
E spero che qualcuno abbia preso qualche entrata. Perché...
Io l'ho presa, io sono ancora nell'euro-dollaro che mi ha mandato. Fammi vedere dov'è che... Ok, so NZD-JPY, we have the entry l'entrata, vuoi l'entrata o take profit?
Dimmi anche l'entry. Morta. Isa, se sei viva batti un colpo. No,
Can you guys hear me?
Now,
Can
yes.
you guys hear me?
Yes.
sei andata a stendere i panni?
No, oggi no. Però io sono ancora col mio telefono, non so perché non mi sentite. Comunque, vuoi l'entrata o il take profit?
Dimmi l'entry.
L'entry era 69,87.
87.
Sì.
Lo stop loss?
69,95.
Take profit?
68,85.
Come?
68,
Eh?
85. Sì.
Ok. E quante ore fa l'ho chiamata? Riesci a dirmelo? Isa,
Isabel, you're muted. Ok, sì, 5 ore e mezza fa.
quindi cioè, non so se apprezzate l'entry. Allora, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That was the entry.
Speciale. Spettacolare al millimetro. Stop loss 8 pip.
Stop
Quindi,
loss 8 pips.
quindi perfetto. Take profit 100 pip. Ok?
Take profit 100 pips.
Io consiglio a tutti di parzializzare magari in questa zona.
Okay, so I suggest everybody to take partial on that area.
E lasciar correre gli ultimi 30 pip con uno stop loss in profit, uno stop loss in profit anche in questa zona qui.
And let the other part of the trade, you know, let it run with the stop loss right there in profit.
Ok?
Sì.
Quindi siamo dentro a questo trade, continuiamo, poi in questa zona, se vuoi tradurre.
Posso
So in
chiedere
that
una-
area, so we're into that trade. What Luca?
volevo chiedere una cosa, è il primo take profit che prenderesti in quella zona che ci ha fatto vedere, la prima linea viola, poi cambieresti lo stop loss, metteresti lo stop loss dove è messo, dove prendiamo il primo take profit e poi lo fai correre sino al secondo cerchio viola che hai segnato?
No.
No,
Allora, il primo take profit che vado a prendermi è questa zona di quella palla da rugby.
lo fai correre sino a giù?
Sì,
Boia,
sono
ok.
e ovviamente se vedo che mi crea un nuovo minimo relativo, mi apro un buy, perché
Ok.
comunque la tendenza è più predisposta verso un long.
Ok.
Ok?
Okay,
Se-
is everything clear, guys? Anybody has any question until now? on this trade before we move forward? Sto chiedendo se altre persone hanno domande su questa posizione prima di andare avanti.
Hey, Isa,
Yes.
just letting you know. So I have you guys. I'm joining the call because I still want to participate, but I have you guys in my pocket. I cannot look at what he's doing. I'm just listening. I just want to participate, but I'm at work. You know how it gets around here, like hectic.
If you want, Angel, so that you're at work, I can send you the recording after, so you can see actually what we do.
Please and thank you. I just want to participate. You know, I don't want to miss this, even if I don't see it.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. So, ha detto che a lui è lavoro, che dopo guarderà sta partecipando nella chiamata, ma non può vedere lo schermo perché sta lavorando, però dopo guarda la registrazione.
Ok, perfetto. Allora, una volta che il prezzo, quindi adesso vi do un'idea trading per la settimana prossima, ok?
So I'm gonna give you a trade idea for next week.
Ok, cosa faccio? Se il prezzo torna in questa zona verde, ok?
If the price goes back to that next green area,
mi aspetto che corra fino a questa zona.
I expect the trade to go until next area. Can somebody take the screenshot and post it on the chats, please?
Ok, quindi all'incirca vado a seguire la continuazione di un canale, adesso è un po' difficile farlo. Ok, più o meno vado a seguire questo canale, ok?
So more or less I'm following that canal right there.
Adesso disegnarlo così è abbastanza complicato, quindi capitemi. Ok, quindi se rompe la prima zona verde, ok? Quindi questa zona, questa linea verde, aspetto sempre un retest. Ok.
So if you break that green area, I'm always waiting for a retest.
L'ideale, le situazioni che possono succedere sono due: o un retest e la continuazione diretta.
So there is going to be two options, a retest and the continuation.
Un retest con spike di pulizia.
Or a retest with a wick cleaning everything up.
Hai detto spike di pulizia?
Sì.
Ok. Uno spike, ok, per continuare il trend, perché una volta arrivati in quella zona sarebbe un trend ribassista visibile al 60% delle persone che aprono TradingView.
So, aspetta, come lo traduco tutto questo? Ok, ripeti, so, la seconda opzione, lo spike di pulizia, e poi cos'è che hai detto?
Lo spike di pulizia perché se avviene un break retest semplice è una cosa, sarebbe un'operazione che vedrebbero troppe persone.
Ok, so obviously there is going to be there is the chance there is going to be a spike, so it cleans up all the people in the market because it's visible to everybody that is going to be a downtrend. So they want to clean everything up for obviously to make money.
Ovviamente, come il mio amico che fa il cosiddetto week off.
Ok, like my friend that does the week off.
Sa che la zona ideale dove il prezzo arriverà col tempo è questa.
He knows exactly that the area where the price will reach throughout the time is that.
Ok, quindi ovviamente non terrò mai un trade aperto 500 pips, ok?
So I won't have a trade open for 500 pips.
Se si presenta una partenza di questo tipo, allora sì.
If something like that will happen, then yes.
Così. Una rottura proprio cattiva.
A really badass break.
Ok? La situazione che potremmo vedere potrebbe essere tranquillamente questa.
This is the scenario that we can see.
Ok? Adesso guardiamo un'altra coppia che ho visto oggi. Anche qui abbiamo preso un parziale take profit, poi un break even e poi vaffanculo.
So also in here we took a partial, take profit one, and then it hit break even for the people that kept it open.
You didn't
And then it
translate.
went up. What?
You did not translate what he said.
And then fuck you. That's basically what he said. We hit the first take profit and then fuck you.
Ok, poi per quanto riguarda Amazon avevamo previsto quella zona, ok?
So for Amazon, we predicted that area.
Ok, quindi vedo già dei massimi decrescenti, quindi posso chiaramente aspettarmi l'arrivo in questa zona, ok?
Okay. So for the structure that is creating right now, I can see the price reaching that area right there. Aspetta che vedo che Infinity ha una domanda su NZDJPY.
Ah, Madonna.
I was I was just a little lost because I couldn't really identify the numbers or where the retest was. There was a lot of moving in the chart, so I couldn't identify where the possibility of a retest would be, and where would see like okay, I wish I could point, but I can't. So I'm looking, and he is saying that it's going to go down, it's going to continue down, or it's going to retest
Yes.
and go up?
So right now, Infinite, we are in a sell. Okay, you see where the market is currently at. We're
Yes.
expecting the market to go into that first, purple area. You
The
see
first
it?
one, the little circle.
No, the second one. Yeah, the second, where is the blue line is.
Okay, where the trend line is.
Yeah, exactly. So we're expecting the price to drop right there. He said
Okay.
secure partial right there, or put the stop loss into profit whenever the price reaches that area. And if you want, you can let the trade go, the rest of the trade go. And then eventually we may see the price reaching the green area, and then we can take the swing down. But for now, we're waiting for the price to reach the first purple area.
So the possibility of the swing is at 68.50 with the possibility of a 500 pip gain?
No. It's I don't think it's 500. Yeah, I mean, it's 500 pips, but he's not gonna let 500 pip run in an open trade. But yes, the swing trade is gonna be after, whenever the price reaches the green area.
Okay, and what does he usually do for swing trades in terms of stop loss? How many pips does he risk when it comes to his
Mattia
reward?
sta chiedendo quanto stop loss metti quando fai un trade di swing.
Se è come quello di oggi, allora dipende sempre, come dico ogni volta, dal tempo che ho per stare vicino all'analisi, nel senso so che posso guardarla ogni chiusura a candela H1, metto uno stop loss di 20 pip, ok?
Okay,
Wow.
so he said it depends on how much time I have to spend in front of the computer. If I know that I can watch the market in front of me for every 1 hour candle, I put a 20 pip stop loss.
That's
Perché poi,
incredible. 20 to 500.
Hold on, guys, I cannot hear you.
perché poi vado ad ogni massimo e minimo, vado a costruirmi un'altra operazione. Quindi ogni chiusura a candela e nuovo mini trend costruisco entrando con altre operazioni.
Because you know, Infinite, that within a swing trade there is more different small other trades and construction of different trends. So while I have a swing trade open, I can look for other position within this swing trend.
Wow, that's incredible.
Se è come oggi, che Isabel sa perché non ho potuto seguire la chart, sono entrato con 10 pip di stop loss, se prendevo lo stop appunto.
So for example, today, you know, he was really busy doing his stuff, so he entered with 10 pip stop loss and he let the trade go.
Rischio e rendimento 1 a 10, cioè meglio di così non può essere.
Risk to reward is 1 to 10.
Wow, that is insane.
Oh, good, Infinite?
Yeah, wow,
Okay.
I'm just, wow.
Perfect.
Ovviamente,
Okay, Mattia.
ovviamente se avevo la possibilità di strutturare un trend, ok, sarei entrato, magari anche qui sarei entrato anche lì, ok?
So I could have re-entered right there as well in this trade.
Ok, perché? Perché qui applico le basi, ho una resistenza.
Because here I apply the basics.
Ho una resistenza che viene violata, ho un retest e so che il 90% dei soldi sono short, quindi è una resistenza valida.
So we have the violation of this resistance. So that was could have been a really good point to re-enter the market.
Ok, quindi faccio sempre il giochino in base alle tempistiche che ho a disposizione.
So my stop loss, it depends on how much time I have available to me.
Ma come ho detto, sopra i 20 pip non vado mai.
But I never go above 20 pips stop loss.
Ok, poi questo trade Aline se lo ricorderà chi gliel'ha mandato.
Aline, so you probably remember who sent this trade.
Ok. E volevo far vedere un altro bel trade. Un altro bel trade per la settimana. Anzi, beh, NZ di CAD più o meno la stessa cosa.
Ripeti adesso, NZD CAD?
Più o meno uguale a NZ di Yen. Aspetterei.
NZD CAD, more or less like NZD JPY. We are going to be waiting for.
Ok, se dovessi entrare in questo momento, entrerei strutturandomi una posizione in questo modo.
So if I enter this trade, I would do it like this.
Aspetto la chiusura a candela in M30.
I'm going to be waiting for the closing of the candle in 30 minutes, in a 30 minutes time frame.
Ok, più o meno, boh, non so, proverei con un pendente su questa area,
I would do a pending order in that area.
Però con uno stop loss cortissimo.
With a really small stop loss.
E sempre con un take profit a zona successiva. In questo caso sono 50 pip, un rischio di rendimento 1 a 7.
Okay, and with the with the take profit into the next area, so it's 50 pip stop loss, and the risk to reward is 1 to 7.
Quindi proverei a seguirlo in questo modo. Aspetta che vado in casa che mi sto scaricando il computer.
So hold on, he's getting the charger.
Lo carica. Chiedi se qualcuno ha domande.
Anyone has any question right here?
Yes, for the entry, is it based on the institutional candle or how does it do the entry?
Repeat that, Edson. So the entry is based on what?
The institutional candle?
Ok.
Time frame?
Ok, la tua entrata è basata sulla candela istituzionale, non so se si dice così in italiano, o
No.
su cosa?
Non riesco a capire la domanda.
Edson, I'm not really sure if I translated it correctly in Italian. Institutional candle. So can you repeat the question? I mean,
Yeah.
I understood it in English, but I don't know how to say it
I
in
don't know
Italian.
how to translate that one. I think institution is just institutional, but I don't.
I believe so.
Yeah, but yeah, or just ask him like, how did he base his entry? That's it.
Su cosa hai basato la tua entrata?
Su che coppia eravamo?
NZD CAD.
Ok, poi ricordatevi euro-yen.
Euro-yen, ok.
Ok, su cosa baserei la mia entrata? Principalmente per entrare adesso, sapendo che mi ha violato una zona così importante e me l'ha violata con questo movimento, ok?
So it broke that area in with a violent movement.
Ok. L'ha ritestata perfettamente, ok?
It retested perfectly.
Era quello, solamente che non so cosa stavo facendo di inutile da non entrare.
But I don't know what I was doing so useless that I didn't see it.
Entrerei principalmente su questa trendline, ok? Anzi, si potrebbe entrare adesso così.
We could enter right now like this.
11 pip,
11 pips.
42 di take profit.
11 pips stop loss and 42 take profit.
Solamente che io aspetterei la chiusura in M30. Okay.
But I would wait for the closing in 30 minutes time frame.
E si chiude tra 12 minuti.
That it closes in 12 minutes.
Isa,
Ok.
¿qué exactamente espera él en la cerrada de los 30 minutos? ¿Qué espera ver? ¿Una vela de confirmación o qué exactamente?
Cosa ti aspetti di vedere nella prossima chiusura?
Cosa mi aspetto di vedere? Una candela che sia metà dell'ultima candela ribassista.
Hai capito, Luz? I'm expecting to see a candle that is half of the previous candle.
Ok, quindi vado a farmi un calcolo. Questa candela ha fatto 6 pip, mi aspetto una candela all'incirca di 3 pip. Ok?
I'm waiting for a candle of 3 pips, more or less.
Poi sta sempre a vedere, per essere ancora più preciso, per evitare uno stop loss di 8 pip, posso scendere in M1. Okay.
So, yeah, I can also go in a 1 minute time frame to have a more precise entry as well.
Ok, e lì entro forte.
Capito, Luz? Sì? Ok.
Poi
Sì.
Euro-Yen,
Euro-Yen, Euro-JPY, Euro-JPY.
Esatto, anche qui avevamo previsto l'arrivo nella zona ed è partito il buy, ok?
So here we were expecting two different scenario, and we saw that the structure was broken on for buy.
Vi ricordate?
Sì.
Ok, l'avevamo chiamata qui.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Avevamo visto una zona di consolidamento, avevamo detto ok, aspettiamo un retest, il retest l'abbiamo avuto qui, ce l'abbiamo avuto qui, quindi avete avuto due opportunità per andare in questo target, ok?
So we had two different retests, so you guys could have had two different opportunities to enter this market.
in questa operazione ho sbagliato io a chiudere perché ho completamente sbagliato la mia analisi.
So in that trade, I fucked up with my analysis and I, closed.
Perché potevo capire che questa zona di confusione, ok, poteva essere raggiunta alla base, ma da determinati fattori.
Because I could have noticed that that specific area of confusion could have been reached until the end.
Invece ho preferito fermarmi alla prima parte.
And I stopped on the first part.
Però sarebbero stati altri 130 pip.
But it would have been another 130 pips.
Ok, quindi adesso una zona buona per provare un buy, ok.
Now we a good zone to try for a buy.
Potrebbe essere questa linea azzurra.
Could be the blue dotted line. Well, now blue.
Quindi mi aspetto sempre un movimento. Mi aspetto sempre. Sparite le frecce. Ok, mi aspetto sempre magari un movimento di questo tipo.
I'm waiting for that kind of movement.
Ok, posso entrare o qui.
I can enter here.
Oppure posso entrare qui.
Or that area.
Ok, quindi molto molto semplice. Ormai il trend è partito, quindi a meno che non ci sia una zona di inversione, è un trend sicuro, ok?
So now the trend already started. So besides the possibility for a break of the trend, this is almost a 100% trade and trend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Se invece vediamo per vari motivi che non riesce a superare questa zona, che adesso voglio sapere da voi che zona è questa, come si chiama, come la chiamate?
How do you guys call this area that I'm about to underline?
Expansion.
Cosa ho detto?
Extension. Extension hai detto, Edson?
Expansion.
Expansion. Espansione. Espansione.
Okay.
Però quale? Io non vedo. Qual è che stai dicendo?
Questa.
The one that's at the bottom I'm talking about. The one that's
The green
highlighted.
one. The green one. La zona verde?
Yeah.
Questa.
Oh.
È un supporto.
Oppure
Accumulo?
no, oppure
Zona di retest.
Man,
Cos'è che... What?
the demand zone.
Demand zone?
oppure
Resistance, una resistencia, un soporte.
no. Cosa c'è? Cosa hanno in comune? Cosa ha in comune questa zona? Cosa vedete che ci sono stati due movimenti simili, ok, in questa zona, cioè 4 movimenti simili e 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movimenti simili.
È una zona di retest, no? Boh.
Ok, gli altri sono tutte solo 4 varianti. Il mercato su cosa si muove?
Oh, the consolidation.
No. Cosa si muove il mercato?
What is the market moving upon?
It's moving south.
Faccio riguardare a tutti l'Accademia Base con Adesi Duncan.
Guys, you're frozen. Can you hear me?
Yes. Is that you froze?
Allora, è una zona di liquidità. Sorpresi? Luca?
Sì, sì,
L'ho visto
perché...
ieri, l'ho visto. Solitamente viene testata con due, come
Ah,
si dice? Giusto, cioè 2 volte e poi e quelle 2 volte sarebbe la zona di liquidità e se qua l'ha
infatti.
fatto 4 volte, giusto?
Sì, ma adesso ti faccio vedere perché da cosa ho capito che è una zona molto importante per il mercato, ok? Non è una zona di domanda e di offerta, quindi supply e demand, ok? Qui sono entrate le banche con capitali molto importanti.
Mattia, ¿me permite
Vai, caro, vai,
hacer
carissimo.
un diseño?
Vai, basta che non disegni cose porche, vai.
Este,
Bravo, quello è un primo segnale che lo ritroviamo anche dove?
sì, però perché hay este non poter essere una zona de liquidità. Mi
Dice
capisci?
che, dice che non può essere una zona di liquidità.
Allora, è una zona di liquidità, ovviamente io parlo sempre dal mio punto di vista, che è quello che voglio farti capire. È una zona di liquidità perché? Perché ho avuto ripetuti spike nella stessa zona. Ho avuto la ripartenza di 4 trend molto veloci, ok? Quindi ho avuto il primo trend, secondo trend, terzo trend, quarto trend, per poi avere una figura geometrica che va a chiudersi per prendere il sell, ok?
Ok,
Per me,
ok.
per me questa è una zona di liquidità, ok? Quindi una zona dove ci sono più movimenti veloci, ok? Con degli spike che vanno a chiudere quella zona. Perché zona di liquidità? Perché zona dove le banche hanno immesso grandi capitali per far sì, prima cosa, di creare confusione nel mercato, perché come ho già detto nelle altre chiamate, per me questo non è mercato, ok? Per me questo non esiste, ok? Perché è una zona dove effettivamente potevano entrare solamente i principianti, nel senso un range ripetuto e breccato ma non ritestato, ok?
Quindi sta cosa nel circo viola è per la confusione.
Esatto, questo movimento qua l'hanno creato perché ovviamente loro immettono liquidità a mercato, vuol dire che loro vanno ad effettuare tanti cambi in quella frazione, ok?
Okay, hold on. Patty, basically he's saying that the banks made that kind of movement in the market. Okay, Mattia, go.
Ok, quindi cosa succede? Hanno immesso tanta liquidità, ok? Immaginati, hai un bicchiere in mano, un bicchiere di vetro, più lo stringi, prima o poi si deve rompere, ok?
Okay, so the banks here manipulated the market. It's like you have a glass of water in your hand and you keep on pressing that glass of water, and you know, sooner or later it will be broken.
Ok, loro...
So, en la parte que está verde, I'm sorry. Isa, la parte que él señaló con la verde, ¿es donde él ve la liquidity?
So, sta chiedendo, quindi la zona che vedi verde è la parte di liquidità?
Sì, per me questa è una parte di liquidità, poi se voi la chiamate Gino Pizza, va bene lo stesso. Okay?
Sí, sí, eso para él es zona de liquidity. que no importa cómo nosotros lo llamamos, pero para él es esta.
Ok, per me questa è una zona di liquidità e così me la vado a riconoscere io, ok? E di conseguenza cosa abbiamo? Abbiamo in questo caso il bicchiere si rompe perché loro già da qui hanno cominciato a immettere grandi somme di denaro per far questo movimento. E guarda qui come hanno rallentato il prezzo. Ok?
So here in that case also the banks put their hands on there to make the market cause that kind of movements right there as well where he's explaining.
Quindi questo mi ha permesso al break aspettare il retest, era una cosa chiarissima il crollo che ha avuto successivamente, ok?
So it was something clear that the break was gonna happen after.
Perché comunque avevo anche questo, ok? Potevo guardarmela anche in questo modo, il crollo.
I could have predicted the deep like that as well.
Ho visto dei massimi che non sono più crescenti.
Okay, I saw higher high that is not going up anymore.
Ok, quindi ripeto, per il mio punto di vista, per come hanno insegnato a me, è una zona di liquidità, però se per te la riconosci in un altro tuo schema, l'importante è che sei profittevole tu, ok? E che sai che è una zona che è una zona importante del mercato, ok?
So Pari, if you recognize it as well, it doesn't matter how you call it, but it's really important for you to recognize that area, for you to predict the market that way.
Ok. Per esempio, a me, per quello che riguarda indici, mi hanno insegnato a guardare di più le notizie che una resistenza e un supporto.
For example, for me, indices, they taught me more to look at news instead of support and resistance.
Ok, quindi ognuno di noi ha un stile completamente diverso per far trading ed è questo il motivo per la quale tra trader non ci sarà mai concorrenza, perché alla fine io ho una strategia, tu ne hai un'altra, vediamo tutti e due il buy, perfetto.
So obviously each and every one of us trades in a different way, so that's why there is always going to be different type of strategies, but there is only two outcomes, or either goes up or down, so we can test.
Quindi appunto ho visto questa zona importante, questa zona sarà una zona dove il prezzo farà fatica, ok? Perché è una zona dove essendo ciclico ha fatto fatica in passato.
So I see this area right now and I see that the market will struggle right there because it struggled in the past.
Ok. Se ho fatto fatica a svegliarmi presto la settimana scorsa e non ho cambiato il mio stile di vita andando a letto presto, anche la settimana prossima sarò stanco e farò lo stesso fatica a risvegliarmi.
It's like our habits, if I struggle waking up early this week and my habits didn't change, next week I will struggle again.
Comunque voglio riprenderlo l'argomento con Edson perché è molto interessante. Gliel'ho detto ieri sera che mi piace come fa lui price action, quindi voglio
guarda che io non ho proprio sentito quando Edson parlava perché mi si è tolto l'internet, quindi poi lo riguarderò. But Edson, he really likes how you trade, so we need to have a call together.
Ok. No problem.
Ok, quindi questa è la mia visione che ho su Euro Yen, ok? Quindi andarmi a prendere questo target.
So I'm gonna look for that target in Euro JPY.
Però ho sempre la problematica di questa zona.
But I still have the problem of that area.
ok? Quindi mi aspetto una reazione che se la rompe se la rompe, un secondo solo. Se la rompe con violenza, so che quello è il target, ok? Molto
If that area will be broken really I don't, come cavolo traduco, Luca? Se la zona viene rossa?
Aggressively.
Aggressively. Okay. If that area will be broken aggressively, then I know we'll be going into the next area.
So che ho il 50% di probabilità di aspettarmi un movimento del genere e poi un ritraccio veloce.
So I can have like that fast movement and a really fast retracement.
E questo lo capisco da un movimento che fanno le candele in quella determinata zona.
And I will understand this for a movement that the candles will do in that determined area.
Un movimento probabile potrebbe essere ipoteticamente, no, potrebbe essere questo. Okay.
And this can be a hypothetical movement.
Se vedo un ipotetico movimento come questo, adesso ve lo disegno più grande, ok? Un ipotetico rallentamento e poi una rottura immediata, so che mi ha ripreso liquidità e va direttamente alla zona successiva, quindi magari non vado neanche in cerca di un buy, ma valuto questa zona per provare o un sell o una continuazione del trend.
Okay, so we may have a slowing down the market going into the next area, but I'm not going to look for a buy right there. I'm going to be waiting if the structure will be broken up. So I look for a buy or respecting that area.
Quindi il punto dove giocherò io per un po' di settimane in euro-yen sono queste due zone.
So I'll be playing with the euro-yen in the next few weeks within those two areas, purple areas.
Finché non rompe una di queste due zone, io sono sicuro all'80% di dove mettere il mio sell, dove mettere il mio buy, dove mettermi stop loss e take profit.
So I'm sure 80% of where I will be putting my buy, sell, stop losses, and targets.
Ok, quindi ho, tra virgolette, questo range.
Okay, so more or less I have that range of, playground, let's say.
Poi qui che cazzolina avevo scritto? Ah sì, ho usato Fibonacci, è stato rispettato anche qui.
So I used Fibonacci and it was respected here as well.
US di Zara avevamo segnato delle zone, ma non mi ricordo più l'analisi. Se qualcuno se la ricorda, che me la mandi.
Anyone has the USD ZAR analysis that we did last time? If you guys have it, send it to me, please, so we can take a look.
Poi cos'altro è che avevamo visto?
What else did we check last time, guys?
Ah sì, aspetta. Avevamo visto questa.
Mm-hmm.
Ok, che avevamo messo le due varianti. Ok.
So last time we checked on this and we put the two possible options.
Ok, questa è l'analisi che avevamo fatto, retest, partito il sell, adesso lascio che mi faccia la 2, la 3, la 4 e la 5. Ok?
Ok, it gave me the retest, so I'm waiting for the market to give me the next waves.
Però in questo caso vorrei che mi faceste voi
Hold on,
un'analisi.
guys.
Già. Vai col secondo traduttore, Luca.
Ok, mi sentite? Il mio internet va e viene, non so cosa succeda qua.
Paga la bolletta.
No, quella è pagata, è anche troppo.
Va bene, comunque.
Cazzo di internet che mi danno qua.
Voglio sapere da voi, ok, in questa situazione cosa andrete a fare?
Okay, I want to know
Quindi,
from you guys, what would you do in this situation?
Da tutti quanti vi do 5 minuti di tempo e me la mandate e ognuno mette il link sul gruppo e poi la guardiamo.
Everybody go on USD and ZD, do your own analysis and send it to the group with the link on TradingView. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes.
Vi dico anche il perché io voglio fare questa prova, perché voglio innanzitutto capire a livello di price action come ci muoviamo, per vedere se molti di loro hanno indicatori a grafico quando tranquillamente potrebbero fare una price action pura.
Okay, so the reason why I'm making you guys do this, I want to see where you guys at for the price action, and I want to see if you guys are using certain kind of indicators, because you may not need it in this case, but only like pure price action. In the meantime that you guys do it, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick, so just give me a few more minutes. Vado in bagno intanto, arrivo.
Sì. Ciao piccolo trader.
He's crying.
Perché? Perché piangi?
Because I'm bad.
Zio K, c'è chi me l'ha già mandata? Ah no. Oh Luca, impegnati perché ti faccio il culo, sappilo. L'abbiamo vista insieme una possibile variante di questa, Luca.
Non me la ricordo, stavo da quello che vedo adesso, quindi è molto improvvisato, però penso di aver visto giusto.
All right, I'm back. Oh, we have Pascal on. Perfect. Che è arrivato Pascal.
Adesso mi tolgo.
No, tranquillo.
What's good, Joe? My bad.
No worries. Where are you? I don't see you.
Pop up soon. Oh, man. Damn, that's the rainbow.
I see you, Pascal, now.
Oh, okay, what's good?
How are you? So basically, we're waiting for some people to send their analysis, and then we move forward to you, okay?
What? I'm sorry. What? I know it's a lot to ask, but what did I miss?
So we're waiting. Oh, that?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Huh?
Oh no, he's not teaching this right now. Mattia sta chiedendo che cos'è.
Questo
Mm-hmm.
è il ventaglio di Gunn. È difficile da spiegare così su due piedi.
He said that he cannot explain to you right now like this.
No,
It's a
no,
little
it's
bit.
good. It's good. I was just asking for like what topics.
But it's like the fan.
The
Cosa?
fan.
No, che voleva sapere che cos'era, però non ti preoccupare.
No, beh, glielo faccio vedere la prossima lezione, oppure se vuole facciamo un Zoom così.
Okay, he said that he can explain to you next call, which is going to be on Monday.
Ok, mi hanno mandato le analisi.
Okay, so let's check on your guys' analysis.
E visto che è arrivato l'altro ragazzo, io guardo tutte le analisi che mi mandano.
Ok.
Poi faccio la foto della mia.
Ok.
Ok, c'è già chi la potrebbe avere azzeccata.
Ok.
Cosa molto simile alla mia. E esco dalla condivisione schermo, così comincia lui. Io o prima guardano la Zoom, poi mi mandano tutti l'analisi. Ok?
Okay, so he said everybody look at the Zoom, and then you guys can send analysis to Mattia. Okay, it was USD CAD, right?
NZD.
Che era?
NZD USD.
NZD USD, okay.
But why is it charting on USD NZD? I never seen that before.
USD NZD.
Sì, dice perché fai trading di USD NZD che lei solitamente non lo fa.
Non ho capito.
No, niente, che dice che la coppia NZD-USD le suona rara.
It's the same but upside down.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same but upside down. Really?
Scopriamo tante coppie strane.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Pascal, you're up next. I put you always in the spot, right?
Yeah. All right. So,
how are you, man? What were you doing? Were you sleeping?
Yeah, I really was. Like, I just.
I know. I knew that. I'm like, he probably be sleeping.
usually sleep when the break is on, the market break.
What do you say?
I usually sleep between the breaks between the markets. Yeah.
Good life, man. Good life. Do you miss working at the hotel?
I'm dead. Hell no. You know what's crazy? They laid all of them off a month after I left the job.
Really?
Like they don't have jobs no more, all of them.
Wow. Well, thank God you learned, right?
Like, bro, it came at the right time or some shit. Like,
Yeah, for real. And you were skeptical, I remember, like before joining.
yeah, no, it's because like if I put my mind into something, I put a lot of my mind. So I didn't want to waste time if it's not real. Well, you explained to me.
Good.
Like I'm trying to like share screen and all that, but it's not working.
Yeah, you can do it now. I believe Mattia put you as a host already.
So I'm explaining the ADX, right?
Yes. You can explain like what we went over yesterday all together. And it was really quick and straight to the point. So I believe everybody can understand. And I don't think I need to translate anything because Mattia was on yesterday. So we're good. Go for it.
All right. So I'm start by explaining there's some simple stuff. The moving averages. So I use 3 moving averages, which is the 200 MA, 21 MA, which is red, and 8 MA or EMA, which is blue. The 200 MA is purple, by the way. Now, all my EMAs and SMAs technically have a meaning. The red over the blue means more bearish power, and the blue over the red means more bullish power. And
hey, Pascal, I'm sorry to interrupt. Check on participants, and can you accept Infinite into the call, please?
Infinite. Infinite. Oh, somebody's name. Oh, I thought you meant like, oh. Okay. That's it. All right. So the blue above the red means more buying power, like right here. Once the MA crossed the blue over the red, you could tell that pretty much if you got in right here, your pullback probably would have been this candle, which is not that much pullback in the concept of US 30. You know, US 30, you can be in pullback of 40, 50 pips, and it doesn't mean it's bad yet. So so once it crossed right here, that's one of the confirmations I use for entry on the EMA and SMA, the blue above the red, and this is my daily resistance line. It broke above and closed above, so you could have gotten right here at the new candle, and you could have gotten right here at the EMA and SMA. Almost not that much pullback in between both, and you could have got out once the EMA and SMA crossed out. That's right here. So once it crossed off, buy here, and no TP, just let it ride, and on a big time frame, not no 15 or anything. Please stay on like the 1 or above if you're using this. Then when you get in right here, you can get out right here without using a TP, because the EMA and SMA just crossed, and you would have still caught a good amount of oh, there we go. Right there. That's 400, right? 425.1, which is a pretty good number from just using the EMA and SMA. But that's just off of using that. So that then the 200 MA, which is the purple one, when the market is above the 200 MA, like right here, notice it's a continuation of an uptrend. Once it crosses below, it's kind of like a trend line. Once it breaks, like right here, once it breaks and retest, it's gonna sell. So it broke, retested right here. You can see my trend line down. As it retested, if you look closely, it retested also on my support and resistance, and it also retested the red line on the EMA. That's 3 retests in one area, so that's an important zone below the 200 MA, and it it just immediately, I mean, well, not immediately, but it drops. It starts to drop after the retest and continuation all the way downwards. Once it makes the a touch right here, that's a respected zone. If you look on the 1 hour, it does the same thing coming back up, all down. It touches again. That's like the last kiss. So my bad, I was wandering off. But so the cross right here, if you see, once it got towards the 200 MA, right here, the red was above the blue. So this is an area that you could have sold, but you could have waited for another confirmation, which is the 200, for the chart to be, for the candles to be under the 200 MA. Now each time frame, the 200 MA is in a different spot. So make sure you stick to the time frame you selected initially, because if not, it could tend to mix up your analysis. That's why I have different colors of my support and resistance. The 4 is my daily, the green is my 4 hour, and the orange is my 1 hour. While the blue ones are just random ones I see as long as the market is created or market is moving. So the blue above the red right here is a buying power. Buying power right here. What do you call it? This is another last kiss. Pretty much a respected this supply and demand zone that was drawn out right here. I don't know if y'all see it. So once it came down here, this wick, this long wick, it came here and respected it and rejected it, came back up, retested this blue line, which is another support right here. Once it got up here, the EMA and SMA cross, you could have bought from right here, and I'm still writing it out till right now. I don't know if y'all can tell, but my entry was like way back here. So that's give or take what I use, but I do not use this EMA and SMA without adding any kind of other analysis. I don't do it alone. So it's not something you should just say, oh, it crossed, and you just jump in. Try and look for at least 2 more confirmations, which in the long run will help you. The more confirmations, the better. I always like to look for 3 to 5. In some cases, if I see 5 or more, then I'm sure. In my calculations, every time my analysis is over 5 confirmations, it's been 100%. Like literally, I have it in the book. I have not lost one trade when my analysis is 5 or more, or actually 4 or more. Yeah, anytime it's 3, I think it's been 90 something, and 2 it's like 80 something. 1 usually is like 70, 60. So that's pretty much how I use the EMA and SMA. The 200, remember, market below, downtrending. Well, it's supposed to be a sell-off market. Then above the, like right here, the 4 hour really just broke the 200 MA. That's why it's kind of been on a bullish run. And, you know, and on top of that, the EMA and SMA curved down, kind of like had a, like the blue EMA was trying to kind of retest, but it didn't retest that. It retested my 1 hour resistance and my support line, and also it broke the 400 MA. You know, it never crossed back down to go into a sell. The blue never went below the red, so you know that's plus if you do fibs on this right here, you see that this is a rejection area on fibs. I don't know if I should do that, but let me. Yeah, so that's a reversal pattern on the 61.8, which is a price reversal zone. So this is a reason you could have gotten for a buy here as well. And yeah, so that's how I use the EMA and SMA. I don't know if it's straight, if I made it simple enough, but pretty much blue above red, buying power, red above blue, selling power, and above the purple, way more buying power. Below the purple, way more selling power. Even though you could see buys along the way, but it'll be more of sales, especially once it breaks and retests. That's for the EMA and SMEs. So going to the
Do you guys have any question? People that are on the chat right now, you know, we have Pascal on explaining his strategy. You know, go ahead and ask as many questions as you guys want.
I do have a question.
Yes.
My question is regarding, you said you use 3 to 5 different EMAs, you said?
Oh no, my EMA, I have 3 EMAs, but for like confirmations to get in a trade, I mean, I wait for 3 to 5 reasons saying it's buying or it's a buy or I should look for a buy, to 3 to 5 reasons for a sell, and so on and so forth. Sometimes I get impulsive, like if I'm out of the house and getting with 2, but I try to do 3.
Okay, and you switch back and forth, because I'm still relatively new, especially when it comes to TradingView. So do you switch back and forth through your EMAs, or do you put them all under the same chart?
No, all EMAs, they, once you just put them in your TradingView, they stick with it. So if I switch to my FTX, it's on there. If I switch to my NAS, it's, you know, the EMA, well, the EMA and everything is on there. So even GBP USD, any random pair, really, as long as you set it on your TradingView, it'll be there. You know what I'm saying? So once you set the EMA, the settings right here, and it will stay on all charts.
So basically using different types of EMAs will stay on the screen. You don't have to switch back and forth.
Well, you switch back and forth as in between pairs, or like?
No. Switching back and forth within, like I'm using right now, I'm learning the Matrix Juicyman V2.0. That's the EMA that I'm using. Right. So are you using different types?
Yeah.
Because there's like so many, and then you put them all in one screen?
Yeah, there are a lot of EMAs, but I'm not, the only ones I'm using are these three right here. The one you mentioned, I know what you're talking about, but I don't use that one. Not like saying it's bad or anything. It's just, I stick to my old gun. Basically, I'll do what I know how to do. You know, trading is very subjective. It's not really like you got to do what I'm doing. It's more like.
So Infinite, basically he's using his own strategy. So every time that he opens one chart, every indicator that he uses for confirmations, like such as you're using the DeLorean, right? You're gonna have always the same EMA, MAs, whatever you guys use for the DeLorean in the chart, in the chart. So whenever you move back and forth, as you said, between pairs, the indicators that you're using, you don't have to re-put them back on the chart every single time, but it's always there once you trade. It's the same thing, but he uses his own indicators and you use your own indicators. He's just showing us what he uses. Okay.
Hi, Pascal, can I ask you a question just to confirm your strategies? So with those three MA that you're using, you have purple, red, and blue. You said that when the price is above the purple line, the purple MA is a major buy. When it's above blue line is still a buy, and when it's under the red line is a sell for you. And you wait for at least 2 or 3 confirmation to jump on the trend.
Yeah, and by 2 or 3 confirmations, I mean the basic stuff like support and resistance.
Hey, I'm hot, so.
My bad. 2 or 3 confirmations, support and resistance, Fibonacci. Yeah. What else?
So you use Fibonacci for the confirmation of the retracement on the trend.
Yeah, if it shows that Fibonacci is needed, you know, that Fibonacci doesn't always come out. That's why I have basically 6 to 7 strategies I'm decently good at, and I have to regulate between those 7 because they're very basic and they will happen almost 80% of the time.
Okay, gotcha.
And for the other thing you were saying is once it breaks, it's not necessarily like once it's above it, because technically right here it was above the market. You could have, and if you bought it right here, it would have been bad. But I mean by oh shit. What I mean by that is like if you see right here where it broke, as it broke and made a reversal pattern right on the purple thing, and it continued upwards, it respected my daily resistance, and this green line retested. So right here, the EMA SMA switched, and another confirmation you could check is, oh, it's already above the purple. Then plus the blue is above the red. So that's 2. Then, you know, this is a reversal pattern. That's 3 technically. So, you know, if you try to use any other thing, like technically you could say, nah, I don't want to say that because I don't want to give, but it looks somewhat like an ugly head and shoulder upside down in a way. So you could have taken that in a way. So that's technically 4 I can see right here. And if you look at it, the EMA SMA never crossed it all the way up here, which is a pretty big move off of just simple stuff.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, did I answer your question or not?
Yeah, you did. All good, thank you. Yeah.
All right. It's 1,409.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Infinite, was it clear, the explanation that he gave you?
Yeah, I guess now I'm trying to understand what are the differences in each EMA. They're supposed to be doing the same job, right?
Not necessarily. All of them mean their own thing. The blue one is the bullish power, red is bearish power, while the purple is market pretty much bearish trend or bearish, or bullish trend. So market above this purple line right here, this 200 MA, that's this one right here, is buying. There's a lot of buys, and it'll be currently a lot of buys in the market, especially when it just broke. The blue line, which is this EMA or whatever, my EMA 8. Some people have it as different numbers. So, blue line is above the red. As you can see, the market just keeps on going up till it starts getting skinny and consolidating all right here. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. That part definitely makes sense.
Then let me see for a downtrend example. See right here. The blue is going, the blue crosses. Now it's red above blue. What happens? Downtrend. As you can see, once it crosses right here, now here is kind of like not a good place because the it's kind of just going in and out. So this kind of situation right here, just because it retested, came back up, retested this purple, you could have still bought in from right here. And the I don't know, I don't want to explain that yet, but the ADX is also gave you an opportunity telling you that the sell is over. So you could have for another buy right here in this this area.
I have a question from Marisa, if she's on. Is the equivalent of the blue that he's showing us, is that the our aqua? If she's on.
Is that Marisa?
Yeah, Maria. Well, you know what? I could ask her there privately. But go ahead.
I think she's working Infinite. I think she is working.
Okay.
Pascal, what is the best time frame do you find it to work on?
The best time frame?
Yeah.
I think I respect the 1 and the 4 very much. I don't like to go lower. I use the 15 at times to check for reversal patterns, but pretty much the 1 and the 4 for fibs and support and resistance is better. Because
do you do the analysis on the higher and enter on the lower, or you just like do the analysis separately? Like if you do analysis on 4, you enter on 4. If you do analysis on 1, you enter on 1.
No, yeah, pretty much. That's why the lines are all different colors. Each color is a different time frame. Red is daily, the green is 4 hour, and the orange one is the 1 hour. So usually I start off with analyzing on the line chart actually to get my support and resistance. It's because the line chart only calculates the close part of the candles. It doesn't calculate the wicks. So if you see support and resistance along the closed part of the candles, along the whole chart, it's way stronger than using wicks, because wicks are just price action zones. So I use that on the daily and the 4 hour before I go into the 1 hour, switch it back to the candles, then analyze on the candles using the wicks on the 1 hour. So at this point, the support and resistance are truly strong. And to explain what I mean is, like, if you see right here where it retested the green, right? So you could, and I always go from color to color. So green to green, that could have hit my TP1 to the other greens. It hit again. It still retested down here, came to the next green. This one right here, it didn't necessarily retest this area right here. Came all the way up. This red line was respected. It will come back down to the next red line right here. So you could have sold it, retest, because there's a reversal pattern on the daily. The daily is stronger than all of the time frames, so it's pretty much guaranteed. So you see a reversal right here, the EMA and SMA cross. You could have just pressed sell and held it all the way down. It hit your TP, which is this red line. Actually, it hit it here first. So, and even though this probably would have taken a while, the pullbacks would have been minimal, and the amount of profit is pretty decent. So, did that answer your question, or did I sway off?
No, you answered really well. And then the two other question is, when you do your fib, I know, I mean, it doesn't really matter because you just use it as a confirmation, but do you do your fib with the body, or you count the wick as well? Because I saw you do it off of the candle itself.
For which one exactly?
You showed earlier, like basically when you do your fib, you do it off of the candle, or you do it off of the move?
What exactly? I'm sorry. I really don't
Like
get
you used your fib earlier as a confirmation.
I think he means like when you draw your fibs, like do you draw it from the wick or you draw it from like when it open or close? Like
Oh yeah, thank you, man. My fibs, I draw my fibs from wick to wick. So the candle, the chart, you're already naturally supposed to read it from right to left. I'm sorry, left to right. You're supposed to read it left to right like a book from top to bottom. So if you want to do fibs, if you read it left to right, because most people draw their fibs wrong by going backwards like this. And the reason why I say left to right is because if it's an uptrend, if you're reading left to right, you're still going up, right? So you're gonna go from relative low to relative high, which is how it's supposed to be drawn. If you're still going left to right and you're trying to get the downtrend, you're gonna go from relative high to relative low. So you can never really miss your fibs as long as you're drawing from left to right. Does that make sense? That's just one thing to put in mind. Then the second one is when you're going from an uptrend, it has to be from an uptrend wick to an uptrend wick. Most people would draw it from a red to a green. It should go from green to green. And that's when it's accurate. So just, if you to draw your fibs, if you go from here, left to right, and you do it like this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be from the green wick to the next green wick. If you're going from downtrend, so the red one to the red one. It doesn't matter how low this green one goes, it has to be the red one. Make sure you know the time frame you put it on, and it's going to only respect that time frame. Make sense?
No, 100. And then for I know you mentioned earlier, but I didn't. My son was like, so you said like for the stop loss, how much stop loss do you do? So you look for the cross, and then you use your confirmations. Then what stop loss do you set?
To be honest, I don't use a stop loss, but if I want to put a stop loss, or when I used to use stop losses, I'll put my stop loss to be above or a little bit above or below, depending on the trade of the EMA. So if I was to let's say, yeah, I'm just gonna use this as an example. Actually, no, let me use something I actually use, so it'll make more sense. God damn. All right. So let's say for this, so for this right here now, right? If I, oh my God, this one. So if I got like something right here, and this is the cross of the EMA and SMA, and where is this? And it didn't cross back till like right here. We'll put it a little bit above. And the stop loss, since this blue line is above here, and I got in right here, I'll put my stop loss. If I wanted to, be like go to sleep, I'll put my stop loss like right here, right on this blue.
Okay.
Or a little bit above it. If you want to be safer, you could put it a little bit below. Sometimes I'll go to a lower time frame and do the exact same thing on a slightly lower time frame. So if I want a tighter stop loss, but if the entry is good, it will never actually break this shit. So once I'm in profit, I'll put alert on my trading view. Then once I'm in like a good amount of profit, like this is 826. If I'm in like 300, I'll put my stop loss in profit and forget about it. I'll still move it down every few hours, or I'll put a trailing stop, which is way better actually. Did that help? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Am I done? Oh no. All right. So am I to explain the ADX now, Isabel?
Pascal.
Yo.
So how do I add the EMA?
The EMA.
Because like
okay.
Actually.
Go to the top left. I'm done with that. The top left part of the thing right here. Just type in moving average, and you see MA, EMA. Well, actually, don't do the moving weighted average. You put either of these two. To be honest, they're all the same thing. I've actually checked. But just click on it. It'll pop up and it pops up. Yeah. And go to the settings and switch it up. Yeah. 8, 21, and 200. 200 is purple, 21 is red, and 8 is blue. If your chart is, if you want to do it a different way, just make sure you know what each one means, pretty much. So it doesn't matter the color as long as you get it.
Hey, Pascal.
Yo,
Yo, the Emmy, right? Are we just waiting for the two lines to cross each other for it to like make the action happen, or I'm
what do you mean?
still kind of like the two MA lines, right?
Well, when it crosses, you don't just get in. You have to wait. You have to find
Yeah,
something.
yeah, not yeah, I understand, but like, is that just basically what it's for?
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm sorry.
Like, you wait for the two lines to cross each other.
I'm sorry. Could you explain it quick? I really don't want to answer if I don't understand you. I don't want to answer.
I mean, like the lines, the two lines, the two MA lines, the 200 and the 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the 200 is the purple one, which is this long one right here. This one that goes all the way. That one is kind of on it.
Oh, all right.
It's the 8 and 21 that you're waiting for the crosses.
Oh yeah, all right. Okay. Got you.
Remember, the 8 is the blue one. If you look, let me see this blue one right here. That's the 8. The red one right here is the 21. And this purple one that's going across here, squiggly and shit, is the 200.
All right, and I got a question. So, for the MAs, basically they cross like mostly. So sometimes you can see movement in the market and they don't cross, or the blue could be underneath the red, but it's still going up. So like, is it when you want to see actual
Wait, the blue could be under the red, but it's still going up.
Exactly. So is it like, does it really cross when you see significant, like when you want to see significant movement? Is that when it really crosses, or?
Pretty much. Wait for the cross regardless of the situation. If it doesn't cross, it could really be a fake out. A good example is right here. You see where let me go. You see this cross on the screen? Do you see it? So we're going like this. You see the blue lines curving down. A lot of people would have probably gone out there buy right here, but it never crossed. Then it kept on going all the way up. Then here, it actually crossed, touched, and it just reversed and went back up. So that's why you got to wait for like a full cross and another entry. So another reason to show that the buy is over, because in reality, this only came down to respect this area, and it continued back up. So this was pretty much a retest to continue the trend line, because I don't know if you can see this. It's moving upward like that. That's somewhat of a trend line. I could even draw that actually.
Yeah.
That's terrible, but I'll adjust it. Hold on. What the hell? As you can see, it just came back down and retested it. I could, and it's a continuation on the upside, do it on the top again. And I don't know if y'all know about the reversal things. That's like a bullish wedge, right? Something like that. It's a book on Amazon. Y'all probably might want to get that. It talks about all the candle reversals and the patterns it forms. So this is a channel, and the channel is widening. And when the channel is widening and it's an uptrend like this, it just crossed the purple. So you can technically put another uptrend in this direction and make the second channel. So a channel inside the channel means a good thing. So if you see an upward trend channel, which is two trend lines equals a channel, and you make another channel inside that trend line, and it's still an upward channel, that's another good confirmation. So I'm only using basic stuff because that's usually the best stuff. The advanced stuff can be iffy at times. Not like anything's wrong with it, but it hasn't worked for me. And okay. Then for the ADX, so explaining the Stephanie, did I answer your question? She gone.
Whose question?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay, cool. Daniel, I answered your question, guy.
Yeah, you got me.
All right, cool. All right, so for the ADX, explaining the ADX, this is the ADX indicator down here. For those if you want to add the ADX, just go to the FX right here, average directional index or average directional You can just type ADX really. I use this one right here, the Big Kabu Oyaji. This one right here. That's how you can start and all that. Once you put it, it pretty much will look like this, already set in touch for you. You could change the color and all that other stuff. So the red line in the ADX means bearish, the green line in the ADX means bullish, and the black line means trend. Y'all get that? So you might, in case y'all want to write that down, the black line means trending. Well, the black line equals the trending line. The red line is the bearish line, and the green line is the bullish line. Now, for ADX to be accurate or to make heavy sense, it has to be two colors. It has to be the black and the green or red above the 25 level. The 25 level is right here, and this is the 20 level. Anything above the 25 level is trending. It means like it's pushing in the direction of what exactly is up. So if it's a green that's up, it's going to be pushing upward. But if it's the green and black that's up, it's going to push a lot upward. I'll look for examples to show y'all. The ADX is good on like the 1 hour time frame, to be honest. So if you look here, the green and the black is above. So that's why the uptrend was continued. So if you already saw like a reason to get in, this is actually a new trade I got in. Okay, so I got in right here, but I only got in just because of it broke my supply and demand zone, this 1 hour demand zone. So it broke it, it retested, well, it respected it. So I just got in around here, and that's why my buy was here. And when it was going up, it crossed on the 1 hour, and I think on the 4 hour too. Yeah, well, it didn't cross on the 4 hour, but, well, I was using the 1 hour, I'm sorry. So it crossed on the 1 hour, then that's why I stayed in the buy, even though it looked like it was about to be over. It retested on this green support line, which I knew we should go to this next green one. It broke above it, and it broke above the red one, which is the daily, so I knew it would get to the red. But I put my TP on the green one just to be safe. I wasn't too sure about it going here. So this was the trade I caught today. I don't know if y'all saw it on TMT, but this was just off of the EMA crossing. Then if you look down straight directly, you see my ADX. My green came above the 25, which means it's a bullish push. Might not be a bullish trend just yet. So once the black came up, it was kind of guaranteed, although it was kind of like over. But once it's above the 25 and once the black and green is above the 25, it's the bearish trend. Black and red right here, it's a bullish trend. So if you see black and red is above the 25, it drops. ADX crossed like a little bit earlier. That's like confirmation 1 and 2, kind of near each other. And what do you call it? And support and resistance as well. And that's 3 confirmations. Plus, if you look closer, I'm sure there are other things you could always find, because the market is low-key always giving you signals that it's ready to do something or nothing. When the candles are in between the black and are in between the 25 and the 20, it's consolidating. Like a good example is right here, all through here, when the market was all playing around in here. The green came up, that's what helped the spike to go up and continue, but it never said that it's a buy or a sell yet. So in this whole area, it was pretty much consolidation, and that's what happened all through here. It broke up a little bit, still came down. It didn't really do much, consolidated, then it finally made the breakdown, which is when the red fully came above the 25. Then when the black and the red came above the 25, the sell just continued and continued and continued all the way to right here, to where pretty much the green came up and showed that it was pretty much over. And around here is when the ADX also crossed. So that's like double confirmation to get out of the sell. Does that make sense?
Actually, is the ADX the same as the RSI?
No, that's a good question. I used to think it was, but no, it's not.
Okay. And the further that the green is from the black means it dictates the trend, or the purple rather. Is that the purple?
Or the upside or the downside?
I see it. I'm looking at the 21 marker right now, and I see the black on top of the green, and then the red in the middle. But it looks like it's a downtrend. But I'm confused because I thought that the green represented bullish.
Yeah. What part are you talking about? I'm sorry.
The 21 marker.
Oh,
Back. No, where on the bottom of the chart where it says right there. That
right
area. Yeah.
All right, so right here, you see the cross, it technically crossed right here. So the red and the black kind of came up together. This was like clean sell. You look at the ADX up here, it crossed, right? So that's confirmations to get in and plot. And actually, there's three. Because see this 200 MA, market came below it, right? That's three confirmations telling you to sell. You could have sold it all the way here. Remember, you could hold it. It's like you're in great profit. And you're like, damn, my profit's reducing. Well, once it crosses right here, you could just get out. That's still more than a good amount of pips, because
right. And I see the green on the bottom. That's what bugs me out because I thought that the green was the bullish trend.
Nah.
On the ADX.
Yeah, the green is the bullish trend. The green is the bullish trend, but remember you know how trading is, man. Not everything will give you everything. So the ADX is usually best for entries. I won't say it's best for exits. So it's good. It's good. I might have forgotten to say that. The ADX is very good to like combine it with the EMA, your support and resistance, your all that other stuff for a great entry. Now getting out, I say getting out, the best thing to do is with the EMA, because it will tell you a reasonable area that you would have still made substantial profit regardless. This is 677, and with US 30, y'all know that's pretty damn good. So it's like, yeah. So cross right here, you could have put your.
Can you explain too what the difference after you finish that? What the difference of the ADX and the RSI is?
I don't understand the RSI. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Well, I understand it somewhat, but I don't use it enough to be able to teach it, because I could be telling you. Yeah.
Understood. All right. Thank you.
That's a good eye.
All right, guys. So does anybody else have any more question? If not, both Mattia and Pascal went in today. We've been on this call for 2 hours, so it's going to be a long recording that we're going to have, but it's great to have something like that to always go back and